guys, Nary here from Drake Wing Game. It's something to me on Twitter, the Gaming Dragon. Today I'm coming back at you another Let's Play episode of Tennessee Shuichi's Path. But yeah, guys, we just came out to Saya. I'm looking forward to seeing how this develops the story. But guys, let's just jump right back in. Please sit back and enjoy for the next 18 minutes, and let's go. Alarm chain, you are up. Let's jump into this thing. Okay.
Oh, sorry. Still, that's great news. I've known he's had feelings for you for so long that I never thought anything would come out of it.
I only found out about it recently, and I didn't even know I liked guys until then. To be honest, I'm still confused about the whole thing and not so sure how it works. Not so sure how it, works.
You're overthinking it. It's not that different from normal. Falling for someone is always the same. The only difference is what they have between their legs.
Do you really have to put it that way?
What? It's true.
You're so not ladylike at all.
Oh, man. I have to go congratulate him later. Aren't you a bit too excited about this? Oh, come on. If the two of you are dating, then Shuichi must be really happy right now. And it's such good timing, considering that his team lost this weekend. You're probably the only reason he can be cheerful right now.
Oh. I hadn't thought of that.
It's not all good. I kept wishing I could spend time with him during the festival, but he's been so busy.
We've only seen each other 2 or 3 times since the weekend.
Oh, that is a bummer. I guess you must be really upset that Hitoka-chan is dragging him around, huh?
Yep.
Still, I wish you guys all the best. I hope it all works out between you two. And I swear, if you do the same thing to him that you've done to with your ex-girlfriends, I will castrate you.
Roger that.
Anyway, I have to go. Talk to you later.
Scary! Saya-chan, you're too scary! The bonfire is lit and the people around it all take a step back to avoid standing too close to the flames. What? That was quite a transition. I watch the orange flames crackling and dancing around high in the air. The heat against my face is pretty comfortable, even if it's a little bright. Little by little, people start forming a wide circle around the fire, separating themselves in pairs. Where's this fire at? Be they friends, lovers, whatever, there are lots of people beginning to dance together. It's something I've never really taken part in during all my years of school. I never really saw the point. I always thought it was a silly little thing. As people dance around the bonfire, going in circles, I can spot Shuichi and Hitoka dancing. I wave at them, and the two of them seem to spot me. Hitoka-chan waves enthusiastically at me. Shuichi, on the other hand, looks at me with a scrunched-up face. I can't really tell what he's thinking. Maybe he also wishes he were dancing with me. It'd be nice if that were the case. I disappear behind the bonfire again. It's weird how entrancing and weirdly rhythmic this whole thing is. Even though people are all doing their own thing and no pairs are synced up with each other. It almost looks like a wave is going to and fro. I have to admit, it's kind of fun to watch. When the circle goes around again, I see Shuichi and Hitoka have disappeared. I wonder to myself what happened to them when I see the two walking my way. Did they give up on dancing already? I know Shuichi has 2 left feet, but he can't have been that bad that she just called it quits. What are you guys doing? You gave up on dancing already?
I already had my fun. Besides, I'm not the one this idiot wants to dance with.
Huh? Sorry, Hitoka. I promise I'll make it up to you later.
Whatever, go dance with him if it's that important to you. Just don't blame me if he's not as good a dancer as I am.
She chuckles, picking him in the ribs with a haughty smile on her face. Wait, what are you guys talking about? You. Would you dance with me?
What? Seriously? I know it's not very uncommon for friends to dance together, but there are very few guys dancing together.
The underlying question is pretty clear. Are you sure you want to do it in front of all these people? Speaking of what I personally want, yeah, I'd love to dance with him. But what if people think something's up because if we did? Hell, I need to stop overthinking things. How did Hitoka even agree to this? There's no way he told her about us, otherwise she wouldn't be in such a good mood. I don't mind if you don't. The look on his face, his eyes looked at me almost pleadingly. Like he were to say, please dance with me. Shuichi raised his hand, offering his open palm to me. I swallowed a big chunk of saliva. How do you swallow a chunk of saliva? Trying to work up the courage to take it.
Oh, stop dawdling already. Otherwise the dance will be over and you'll have to gotten nowhere.
Ah! She gives me a strong slap on the back that makes me jump forward. Oh my. Shuichi smiles warmly at me, his eyes silently encouraging me to accept his offer. I can't believe he actually asked her to let us dance together. He's such an idiot. What if that had clued her into us dating? Really, what a reckless idiot. Are you sure about this? 1 second. I just saved it. Yeah, I just saved it. Okay. As sure as I'll ever be. God, his eyes are so beautiful with the light of the bonfire shining on them. I raised my hand to take his, deciding to forget about being cautious. I'll just do what I want to do right now. After all, this is our last year. This will be my only chance to do this with him while we're still students together. I grasped Shuichi's hand with my own. His hand is soft and warm and even a little clammy. I could feel my heart racing in my chest. God, this is so embarrassing. Still, I'm okay with that for now. Huh, thanks for indulging me. I think I should be saying the same. I laugh, suddenly feeling really bold. Shuichi smiles at me, his bright green eyes shining like gems, all the warm affection directed at me. Come on, let's join the circle. Shuichi leads me towards the circle of students dancing together. My ears twitch and my whole body shudders under this sudden heat. Still, the heat of the fire gently envelops me, its bright light tinting the ground beneath us orange. We slowly dance around the circle. I try my best not to be awkward, but it's no secret to anyone that I'm not a dancer. Despite tripping a few times and making total fools of ourselves, the two of us laugh and smile the whole time. Shuichi wraps an arm around my waist, squeezing me tightly and fondly. I enjoy the feeling of his hands on me far more than I thought I would. It's weird. Over this past week, I've had many times where I had doubts or even felt confused about my feelings. I felt uneasy, uncertain, and worried about how things might end up between us. But every time we get close like this, I forget all those thoughts and just enjoy myself. Far more than I felt I could do with things like this. Even if it's simple and silly, spending time alone together makes me happier than I thought it could. I'm glad he asked me to dance, and I'm glad I agreed to. You look pretty cute with that look on your face. Shuichi leans his snout close to my ear and whispers to me, a big, handsome smile on his face. It's free real estate. I feel an urge to kiss him then and there, but I stop myself. It's not something I should do in public like this. I get the feeling that every time he kisses me, I become more addicted to that feeling. God, I want us to be alone so much right now. It's so weird to suddenly be feeling that way. Thanks, you look pretty handsome too. Huh, I'm glad you think so. Yours is the only opinion that matters to me on that front. My face feels a bit flustered at those words. My ears twitch a little from the embarrassment. Smooth talker. I wish. Maybe if I were, I would have managed to get with you earlier. Somehow I just don't see that happening. Hey, it's not like you're so smooth either. But you're also a terrible dancer. The same goes for you. I suddenly kick him in the ankle, making him wince and laugh at the same time. Ow, you're kicking me now? You're lucky we're in public, otherwise I'd make you pay for that. I'm not afraid to take you on, big guy. Huh, I'll keep that in mind. Shuichi squeezes my hand tighter. I can barely feel the warmth of his body amid the heat of the fire, but nevertheless, it's still there. It's a very comfortable, nostalgic feeling. And now that I think about it, he's always looked for an excuse to hold or hug me whenever he could. When I think about it, these memories are far more precious to me than I thought they would be. I think I might be falling for him pretty hard. It scares me just how easily that happened. Stupid, handsome Shuichi. An hour later. I barely noticed time passing by. In fact, the dance was over all too quickly. Part of me feels like I wasn't able to enjoy it at all. I'm walking home, quietly watching the stars above, humming an old song while I do so. You seem to be in a good mood. Shuichi speaks up from beside me. I feel his hand brushing up against mine and the swooshing sensation of his tail wagging behind me. Of course, I'm dimly aware that mine is wagging just as much as his. It feels peaceful. I am. We reach my house all too soon. Suddenly it feels like these walks home that I used to find so dull and long have started to go by pretty quickly. I wish they were even longer. Thanks for walking me home. You don't have to thank me. It was my pleasure after all. I hope Atoka-chan wasn't too miffed about it. She lives in the opposite direction, and so far away that she needs to take a car to get there. She's my sister and I love her, but there's no way I'm walking for an hour and 20 minutes to take her home. Did you call a cab for her? Yeah, besides, if I walked her home, I would have no excuse not to come inside. I still feel a bit awkward about seeing my mom. Why? I don't know. Part of me feels guilty for not going with her during the divorce. I haven't been around to see her in a while. That's the first time I've heard any of this. Why did you never tell me? I didn't want to worry you. But then again, after seeing what you did during Dad's birthday party, I think it's better if I explain my reasons to you. Otherwise, you might just show up with my mom out of the blue one day. You're never going to let me live that down, are you? Not a chance. Oh my. He takes a quick look around to see if there's anyone nearby before giving me a quick peck on the lips. Man, I wish I could stick around a little longer.
So do I. I kind of have an idea. Could you ask your dad if he'd be okay with you spending a night here during the weekend? He's allowed that before, so I don't see why he wouldn't now. I can try. He's been in a good mood lately, so now might be a good time to ask. That's great. Mom will be traveling to a neighboring city to help on a case, so it'll just be the two of us and Aki. Not like I have any problem spending time with your mom. Masaki-san seems to like me a lot. I wonder how much she'd like you if she knew you were my boyfriend. That is a fair consideration. I have no idea. Still, it's nice to hear it. You calling me boyfriend, like it's no big deal. Yeah, I know I can be awkward and a little slow at dealing with things, but I've been feeling a lot more comfortable with it these past few days. But then again, it's only been a week, so it's not like I've been super slow to get used to it. To be honest, things have been going much smoother than I expected. A part of me totally thought you'd have broken up with me by now. That's not a nice thought. Don't think things like that. I try not to. It just comes to mind. It just comes to mind when I'm distracted. You come to my mind a lot when I'm distracted. Joe? I should probably get going. If I stick around too much, I won't want to leave. Hell, I already don't want to. That's fair. I hope I'll get to see you again tomorrow. You bet. I watch him disappear into the nearby turn, silently wishing he could stay a little longer. God, is this really what falling for someone is like? It's such a weird feeling, but I still like it. Ding-ling-ling. Ding-ling-ling. I pace back and forth nervously around the living room, unable to bring myself to relax. For some reason, I feel really uneasy. The last message Shuichi sent me was on Thursday after he got home from the festival. Good night, talk to you tomorrow, was all he said. For some reason, since he didn't say anything afterwards, I've been worrying the whole time. Are you waiting for mail or something? Eki turns around on the couch and climbs on his knees, his head peeking atop the back of the sofa. What mail? It's a Saturday. He shrugs. I don't know, some high-priority delivery go out on Saturdays. Well, that's a fair point. This isn't the case here. How am I supposed to know? You never tell me anything. Right, I guess that's a fair point. So, what's going on? I tap on my phone screen for a few seconds, never really doing anything with it or typing anything. I merely contemplate how much information I want to give, if any at all. The last thing I want to do is to say or do something that might alienate my little brother. Well, I had invited Shuichi to spend the night here this weekend, and he said he was going to check with his dad, but... Well, he hasn't said anything since yesterday, and I'm afraid he might have had a problem with his father or something. Is that it? Yeah. I kind of expected more of a reaction. For some reason, I feel a little bit miffed. I wouldn't so much worry. Shuichi and his dad is strict. He might have just done something that got him grounded. Isn't he a little bit old for that? You never know. Some people operate by a totally different set of rules. You can't rule out the possibility. Besides, Shuichi even has a curfew, and a really strict one. Even my curfew is less restrictive. That's also a fair point. God, I hate it when he makes good points. I don't want to be proven to be irrational for worrying, damn it. I need a break from my own mind. Still, I wish you told me sooner that he might show up this weekend. Oh, why's that? Some of my friends are bugging me about organizing a gaming night, and since I didn't have anything better to do, I agreed. Now I have the chance to spend time with Shuichi. Oh, sorry, I guess I forgot to tell you. It's not like I had plans to hide it from him, but... I'm not gonna lie, part of me is relieved he's not gonna be home. Given how handsy Shuichi has been getting lately... What am I thinking? We're just gonna have a regular sleepover like we usually do. Mind, get out of the gutter! When do you leave for the sleepover of yours? At 1 p.m. They wanted to do a movie marathon before we started playing games overnight. Aw, my little kid brother's finally gonna spend his first weekend without studying. I'm so proud. That's such a weird thing to be proud of. You're a weirdo. Hey, is that really how you respond to someone complimenting you? How rude. Hey, you don't have to pout like that. I'm just joking. Well, mostly. You used to be so cute. What the hell happened to you? Why are you staring at me like that? It's creepy. Staring? I'm not staring. I'm perfectly normal. Sure, whatever you say. My facial expression can't be that obvious, can it? By the way, Aniki, can I ask you a question? It's kinda personal. I don't see why not. What is it? So, I know you don't exactly have the best track record with dating, but... how do you let someone know you like them? What? You mean how you tell a friend you like them, right? Like, in a friend sort of way, right? You know that's not what I mean. But you're my little baby brother. You can't be having these kinds of thoughts already. I'm not ready to have the talk. The talk? Well, you know, when you start getting a bit older, you go through puberty, you start finding yourself having these
urges. Sometimes your sometimes your penis might... What? Stop, stop. I don't need to hear all this stuff from you. I already know all about that. You do? Yes, we live in the age of the internet. Besides, we have sex ed in school. You're using the internet to look up that kind of stuff? That's what got you from that? That's what you got from that? Give me a break, okay? I don't know how to handle all this. I just want to know how to tell a girl that I like her. I don't need all this extra stuff. Did you just do? That's not helpful at all. I was more looking for, I don't know, something sweet and cute that I could do to let her know that I think about her that way. We talk pretty often, but I think she sees me as just her friend. I don't think she realizes how I feel. Look, Aki, grand gestures are cute and all, but that's a thing for movies and romantic fiction. That sort of thing rarely ever works in the real world. Really? I'm afraid so, buddy. Sometimes you just have to muster the courage to spit it out. Just make sure you do it in a way that doesn't feel pressured or uncomfortable. Ugh! It's a lot harder and scarier than I thought it'd be. Man, I should just forget about it. Honestly, I wish you would. Yes, it might be horrible for me to say so, but I really don't want you to be dating already. Please stay small and cute and innocent for a little while longer. Thanks for trying to help me at least. Yeah, sorry I couldn't be more help. That's a lie. I'm not the least bit sorry. Anyway, I'm gonna go get ready. I'm leaving in an hour and I need to shower. Sure. Did you get Mom's permission before she left? No, feel free to do so in my place if you want. Hey, that's not how these things work. If you don't have permission, then I can keep you from going. The threat would be much scarier if you hadn't made that same bluff tons of times before. I swear, no one takes me seriously around here. A few hours later. Oh, I just noticed that painting. I was about to say, is that painting clickable? Eventually, I've taken to sitting on the couch waiting for some kind of response. Now that Aki is gone and I'm all by myself, I have nothing distracting me from worrying about the lack of messages from Shuichi. He usually messages me every day, even more so after we started dating. I'm not used to him going this long without answering me. God, I need a hobby. Ah, coming! Why is someone knocking on our door all of a sudden? Was someone supposed to come over today? I don't really remember. There's another knock on the door, and this time I respond with a little less patience. Yeah, I'm coming. Calm down. I unlock the door, sliding it open to see who has been knocking, and I see a tall blue husky staring down at me with a goofy smile on his face. What? Shuichi? Good afternoon. Sorry to drop by without a word. No, it's all right. Come on in. Shuichi walks along with me, putting a hand on my head and lightly petting me as we make our way to the living room. Wow, the house is really quiet. Is no one else home? Nah, turns out Aki's scheduled to spend the night at a friend's house and they're going to be doing a movie marathon or something. Ooh, that sounds like fun. We should do one of our own. Yeah, it sounds like a great idea. He's acting so casual. Even though he's left me worried, he's acting like nothing is happening. Maybe I'm just being unreasonable, but it's not like Shuichi to be like this. He usually always apologizes whenever he goes long without contact. He knows I'm prone to worrying, and he's always been mindful of it. I don't want someone I care about just going away suddenly again. If you don't mind me asking, though, I was a bit worried about you. How come you didn't message me after the festival? Oh. Alright, guys, I'm gonna pause it right there. Thank you all so much for watching. Oh, we might be getting some, Shibuya time in the next episode. People have been telling me there's some big part coming up. That Yuichi might be getting some big part. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, leave a super thanks, or a tip if you can, it always helps. Until the next video, I love you all. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!